gorgeous, welcome back to the makeup aisle. Today's video is going to be my May favorites. I have a lot of really great goodies to share with you, so let's get right into it. I'm going to start with color correcting and concealing, starting with the first color corrector that I have is the Smashbox color correcting stick, and this is in the really bright orange one. It's Look Less Tired in dark. This is amazing. I haven't sharpened mine, but basically it's a pencil which comes with a sharpener, which is awesome, in a deep orange. It is what it is. It covers dark circles beautifully. I love the way it goes on. It's very creamy. It doesn't skip on the skin the way, you know, you might be afraid that a crayon or pencil might. It just goes on so creamy and so beautifully, blends out wonderfully, and really does the job well. So I am absolutely loving this. The next one is the Bobbi Brown corrector, and this is in medium to dark peach. I don't know if you can really see it from there, but that's what it looks like. Again, just a wonderful color corrector, beautiful under the eyes, extremely creamy, doesn't crease up, which is something I also forgot to mention about the Smashbox crayon. Doesn't crease up, lasts a really long time during the day. I'm just loving color correcting right now. So Bobbi Brown being my second favorite. I actually got this months ago, well before the color correcting thing kind of really started. It was right at the beginning, and I am loving this product. This is something definitely that I'm going to reorder when I finish this one. The next one is the NYX Dark Circle Corrector. So for somebody who's looking for a more economical option, this would be a great choice. And to be honest, it's great even for the, not just for the price point, it's just great all around. And the one I have is in medium. So it's a little darker there, as you can see, kind of peachy orangey there. Works again beautifully. No creasing, extremely creamy. It doesn't cake up. It doesn't look, you know, like crepey under the eyes at all. It's just a really great color corrector. So again, if you're looking for a, let's say, less expensive option, or just like color correctors just across the board, this is definitely one that I would recommend. And of course you can get this at Ulta. CVS is now starting to carry NYX. Target carries NYX. I want to say Walmart might as well, but again, this is a really great option for color correcting. The concealer that I have for this month's favorite is actually one that I haven't been using all month because I just recently got it, probably about a week ago. But I am, when I say obsessed, I do not use that term lightly with this product. It is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this one is in Warm Honey. I also have a darker shade. I didn't bring it out just because it's the same product, just a darker shade, because once the summer months really start rolling in, I'm going to get much darker. This concealer, I could see why people, you know, are so hyped up about it. First of all, it's $2.99 on the website, which is amazing. Secondly, it goes on thick and creamy and beautifully. And when I say thick, I don't mean like gunky thick. I mean just, it's just so smooth and so soft and so creamy. Like, I can't get over it. But even just the first time I use it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. So I have been using it daily. In fact, I think this is the only concealer I've been using since I got it, with the kind of smattering of color correctors that I have there. But I am so about this concealer right now. So if you haven't tried it, definite recommend. And for $2.99, you can't go wrong. Love the shade collection as well. They really have a lot of shades covered. The next product I have, I'm going to put it in my May favorites because it did for me exactly what I needed to do. And if it did for me what exactly I needed to do one time, I'm sure it's going to go the same way every single time. I'm a darker skin tone. I have a lot of problems, which I'm sure I'm not the only one, that when you put certain powders to set your under eye concealer, it is just like white under your eye, and it is not cute to look at. So I finally got the RCMA powder. I tried it on today when I was getting ready to film. Perfection. Absolute perfection. I can't even stress that enough. I put it on really thick and then just brushed it away. I didn't really bake per se, but I just wanted to make sure that it got on there. It left a beautiful matte finish. No white, no powder, nothing. This stuff is what people say it is. I know that people have been, I'm probably late to the game too because it's been all over YouTube for months. This is amazing. So if you're dark skinned, well, I should say my complexion, maybe a little darker, but it's no color. So I would assume, don't quote me on it, I would assume that women with like really rich shades of skin can use this as well, because it has no color. It's just doing what it's supposed to do, which is setting your under eye. So I am very excited to try to bake with this product. The only reason why I don't bake now is because I think it's too harsh of a line. That's just me, that's my preference. If you love to bake, by all means, rock it until the sun goes down. But if I can bake with this and just basically leave it where, you know, things aren't moving, your concealer or your foundation, then I'm all for it. So this is a May favorite after only one time of use, because I know that this is going to become my daily powder. It just works that great. I looked in the mirror and I was like, yes, this is what I've needed. You know, I was interested in getting the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm not even going to bother. I'm just not even going to bother. This is perfection, and this is only like a couple of bucks for each canister, and they sell it in so many different places. So this is a definite recommend, especially for my skin tone and worrying about like that white cast that sometimes powder can leave. This is not going to do it. So I am so excited to have found this. My next favorite was beat up by my kid. I don't know if you can see that, right? Yeah, it looks like an egg when they kind of cut off the top of it. But this is, and it's dirty because I just used it just now, this is the Real Techniques sponge. This is basically one of the better dupes, if not the best dupe for the Beauty Blender. I love my Beauty Blender. I have a few of them and love it very much. I bought this just to see what the hype was about. The reason why I love this just a little more than the Beauty Blender is that if you use the Beauty Blender dry, it tends to be a little scratchy, I think, for me anyway, and feels dry. Whereas this is a little more plush. This is not wet, this is completely dry, and it's just very plush. I use it to set my color corrector. I use it to set, or to blend, I should say, not set, to blend my color corrector. I also use it to blend my concealer. Absolutely love it. Don't need this to be dry. This was actually my last one, so I'm gonna have to go and buy several this week, but this has been in my everyday makeup stash now for, God, for at least 2 to 3 months. Once I figured out that it was good for what I needed it for, it doesn't budge from that spot. Moving on now to foundation primers. I think I've said this in a couple of my last videos. The weather up here in Connecticut is getting hotter, which means if you're oily, you're going to be that much more oily, or just sweat, and it's disgusting and it's pretty nasty. So I tend to use things that mattify my face. I just like a more matte look even throughout the winter. But for the summer, I am loving the BECCA Ever Matte Poreless, Priming Perfector. This stuff is amazing. I think I may have shared it with you before. You put this on your face, it literally dries like that. It doesn't dry out the skin, it doesn't look flaky or anything, but once it's on there, it really does its job to kind of keep the oils at bay. This is one of the better primers that I found. I do tend to get a little oily, but nowhere near what I do when I'm not using this. So this is something that's going to become a staple in my everyday makeup stash for the spring and summer, because it is starting to get hotter. The next item I see in front of me is this Essence eyeshadow, which I know I have shared before with you, and this is in 03 Rosy Flamingo. I absolutely love this for an inner corner highlight, also on the brow bone if you want something really nice and frosty. This is $1.99. I picked this up at Target. Even when I'm not wearing a full eyeshadow look, I always put this in my inner corner. It just brightens up the inner corner of the eye, really makes you look awake, and it's just beautiful. The next item I have to talk about is a nail polish. And I do my own nails at home probably like every 2 weeks, and I'm always looking for a nail lacquer that's gonna last, because you don't want it coming off, you don't want it peeling, you don't want like the edges getting all, you know, ratchety and looking crap and stuff like that. So I have really been into red nail polish lately, and I decided to pick up the Zoya nail polish. I think I got this at Ulta, and I had it for a while before I decided to use it, and I probably used it for the first time maybe like 2 weeks ago. I am in love with this nail polish. This is the first Zoya nail polish I have ever owned, but I am definitely going to get more, like without even any reservation. It is thick and opaque and beautiful, and when I say thick, thick that when it goes on, it goes on. It's not one of those polishes that you're like, darn, am I gonna need a third coat of this? This is just spectacular. I also use it in conjunction with my OPI Infinite Shine. This is the one, which is like the setting, almost basically like a base coat. And then this is number 3, which is your top coat. So this basically makes your nail polish last longer. They do have colors in OPI to go with this, so it's like a 3-step system. I tend to use this with other nail polishes as well and have found the results to be really good. This really does make the nail polishes last longer. So in conjunction with this Zoya nail color that I have, and this is in Livingston, just lasted beautifully. I am kind of OCD about my nails, so every 2 weeks I still do them. So even though the nail polish lasted really nicely, I took it off, you know, redid the cuticles, all that stuff, and I'm just painting the nails. I'm just like, you are fabulous and I love you. So I am definitely excited to pick up a lot of other colors. The next thing is this Tatcha blotting paper, and really I only grabbed this because it was downstairs and it was the first blotting paper in my line of view. Any blotting paper, to be honest, is probably my best friend during this season. I have some from BECCA, I have some from e.l.f., and they work beautifully. Blotting papers are fantastic because if you're oily, whether it's a T-zone or just oily all around, this will soak up the oils, excess oils, without actually adding anything else to it or taking any of your makeup away. I'm not the person that likes to be popping on powder all day to, you know, stop shine, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have like 100 layers of makeup on. So I use my blotting papers. Again, I have different brands, not just the ones from Tatcha, and soak up the excess oil. If I'm driving in my car and I'm oily, I'm right at a red light, like, and people must be like, what in the hell is that girl doing? But when you're oily and you need to get rid of it, trust me, I will do that anywhere. So the reason why I like it, again, is because you don't take away anything that you have on your skin except oil. It doesn't lift up any foundation, you know, concealer, blush, what have you. Oil blotting papers are just like an oily person's best friend. The next 2 items I have are eyeliners. The first one is the Ardency in Modster. I have it in black. And then I have the ColourPop cream gel liner also in black. I have found that this cream gel liner works best on, you know, just actually doing like eyeliner look with a wing. It lasts all day, which I really love, and it's extremely black, which I love. Now the Modster from Ardency In, I tend to use this in my waterline. Not only am I oily, I have like the wateriest eyes on the face of this earth. It's like Niagara Falls, I'm not kidding. I put on eyeliner or, you know, eyeshadow on my bottom lash line, whoosh, off, gone. Modster is amazing. It goes on right away. You don't have to keep pressing and pressing and pressing. It's creamy and it lasts, so that's why I love this pencil. It comes in a lot of different colors, but the black is for me because I love doing the waterline in black when I do certain looks, so I'm like sticking with this pencil forever. It's fabulous. So the next 2 items I have, and actually I want to look really quick, these are the last 2 items I have. They're lip products by Gerard Cosmetics. The first one is their lip pencil in Cher. I believe these were newer launches or newer releases. They have 4 colors, and I may have shown this in a oh gosh, a haul video. I had a brain fart there for a minute. And Cher is one of my favorite colors from their Hydra-Matte liquid lipsticks, so of course I was going to get the pencil. These 2 together make a look just that is beautiful, nude with just a little bit of mauve to it. It's just amazing. And the formula too of the liquid lipstick is like hands down one of my favorite formulas that are out there. Again, mixed with the pencil, it's just a gorgeous look. It stays on all day. It just looks beautiful, and the fact that they're the same shade, you're not having to guess what shade of lip pencil is going to look best with the color you're wearing. So that does it for my May favorites. Thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes of your day with me. Please leave me a comment below as to what your favorite items of makeup are for this month, or hair care or skin care, whatever it may be. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.